You know the drill. You're sitting there, minding your own business, just trying to eat a quick snack, and suddenly you have an audience of one. They're just sitting there, staring at you with those big, hopeful, incredibly guilt-inducing puppy eyes, right? Suddenly your quiet little snack time feels like a full-blown interrogation. Well, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to completely take the guesswork out of sharing your food. We're setting the stage to figure out exactly which human foods are actually safe, healthy, and genuinely beneficial for our best buddies. We'll be digging into the fascinating science of dog digestion, breaking down the exact safe banana portion sizes for different breeds, and looking at some awesome cooling hacks for those hot summer days.
So, it all comes down to one massive question, doesn't it? What human foods are actually safe for your dog? And listen, it is completely normal to feel a bit of anxiety about sharing your snacks. We love our dogs, we absolutely want to spoil them, but literally nobody wants to accidentally cause an upset stomach or, something much worse. Today, we're ditching the anxiety. We're using solid, evidence-based veterinary sources to give you total peace of mind the next time you drop a piece of fruit on the kitchen floor.
Here is our quick roadmap for today's explainer. First up, from wolves to omnivores. Second, sweet snacks and benefits. Third, our banana portion sizing guide. Fourth, cooling and teething solutions. And finally, risks and the 10% rule.
All right, Section 1, from wolves to omnivores. Let's get right into the science of dog digestion.
We've got to start by debunking a super common myth. People always assume that because dogs descended from gray wolves, and wolves are strict carnivores who eat almost zero plant material in the wild, that dogs shouldn't be eating fruits or veggies either. But actually, that's not the case at all. Thanks to thousands of years of domestication, living right alongside us humans, dogs have effectively evolved into omnivores. Their pancreas actually produces a special enzyme called amylase, which wolves simply don't have. This is kind of a digestive superpower. It allows our dogs to safely break down and process the carbohydrates found in plant materials like fruits and vegetables. So yes, they are built to handle it.
Moving right along to Section 2, sweet snacks and benefits. Let's talk about the healthy stuff they actually love.
Now that we know their bodies can handle plants, let's look at two absolute nutrient powerhouses that dogs go crazy for: bananas and blueberries. These aren't just empty calories, they offer some incredible shared health benefits. Both are absolutely packed with vitamin C to support your dog's immune system, and they contain vital fiber to keep their digestion running smoothly. Bananas bring a heavy hit of potassium, which is absolutely crucial for proper heart and muscle function, plus vitamin B6 to help make red blood cells. Meanwhile, blueberries are basically little antioxidant bombs that help fight free radicals and reduce inflammation. Slipping these into your pup's routine is a fantastic, completely safe, low-calorie way to just boost their daily nutrition.
Which brings us to Section 3, the banana portion sizing guide. This is a really important one, so let's focus in here.
So the golden rule with any treat, even the healthy ones, is moderation. Bananas are great, yes, but they also contain high amounts of natural sugars. Overfeeding them is going to lead to dangerous sugar spikes and unwanted weight gain. So, how much is too much? Well, portion size is entirely dictated by the weight of your dog. Let's break it down into simple quarter-inch slices. If you have an extra small dog, meaning anywhere from 2 to 20 pounds, they only need 1 to 2 slices, max. A small dog, up to 30 pounds, can have up to 3 slices. Medium dogs get up to 6 slices. Now, a large dog, up to 90 pounds, they can handle a small handful of slices. And only extra large dogs, we're talking those big 91-pound-plus beauties, should ever be getting up to half a whole banana in one sitting.
Just to put this into perspective, think about how drastically the serving size scales up depending on the breed you have. A little small pug maxes out at just 3 slices a day. A medium-sized spaniel can easily handle 6, but a massive mastiff? They can safely consume around 15 slices, which is roughly half a banana. When you lay the numbers out like that, it really drives home how incredibly easy it is to accidentally overfeed a smaller dog. I mean, what is literally just a light, healthy snack for a mastiff is a massive sugar crash waiting to happen for a pug. You've always got to tailor the treat to the dog.
Okay, huge red flag here though. While the inside of the banana is a fantastic treat, we absolutely have to issue a serious warning about the outside. Never, ever feed your dogs banana peels. While they aren't technically toxic, they are incredibly dangerous. Because peels are packed with such dense, tough fiber, they are extremely hard for a dog to digest. Best case scenario, an upset stomach. Worst case, they can cause a severe blockage in their digestive system, a bowel obstruction. And that can lead to intense pain, extreme dehydration, intestinal rupture, and tragically, even death. So do yourself a favor, always peel that banana completely and toss the skin straight into the compost bin before you even think about giving your pup a slice.
All right, let's take a breath and move to Section 4,
cooling and teething solutions.
Sometimes treats aren't just about food. They're highly practical tools for when the weather is boiling hot or when you have a puppy going through the nightmare of teething. Now, a lot of pet parents instinctively reach for ice cubes when their dog is hot. But actually, scratch that. Standard ice cubes have a really hard, unforgiving texture that legitimately risks breaking a puppy's fragile teeth, and they pose a major choking hazard if your dog swallows them whole. Instead, check out this brilliant alternative: frozen carrots. This is an incredible, dirt-cheap, and totally safe life hack. The cold temperature beautifully numbs those sore gums to relieve their teething pain, while the firm, fibrous texture safely scrapes away plaque to keep their teeth clean. Plus, it's packed with essential vitamins.
Now, if you're in a pinch and want a quick DIY solution using things you already have sitting in your kitchen, here is a surprisingly simple, vet-approved trick for a teething aid. First, grab a clean dish rag or a small towel and get it wet. Second, wring it out and twist it really tightly into a rope-like shape. Third, just toss it in the freezer until it is completely rock solid. And finally, let your pup chew away. The ice-cold fabric will provide massive relief to their sore gums. But, and listen to me, this is a vitally important point, supervision is absolutely required here. You have to watch them to make sure they are just gnawing on it and not actually tearing off and swallowing the fabric itself.
Of course, if you want some other ideas, there are plenty of fantastic hydrating options to keep your dog safely occupied and cool during those dog days of summer. You can try giving them frozen mini bagels, but please absolutely ensure they are plain or fruit-flavored. No onion or garlic bagels, ever, as those are highly toxic to dogs. You can also offer chilled green beans, frozen seedless watermelon, frozen strawberries, or, hey, try taking some of that mashed banana we talked about earlier, stuff it inside a Kong toy, and freeze the whole shebang. It creates a long-lasting, cooling puzzle that will keep them busy for ages.
Okay, rounding the final corner. Section 5, Risks and the 10% Rule.
Before we wrap this up, we absolutely must cover the golden rules of treat safety. When you start mixing human foods for your dog, like let's say dipping those perfectly portioned banana slices into some peanut butter to make them extra irresistible, you have to be fiercely vigilant about checking your ingredient labels. We need to talk about xylitol. Xylitol is a sugar alcohol that's frequently used as an artificial sweetener in human foods. You'll find it in a lot of peanut butters, baked goods like banana bread, and various sugar-free treats. While it is perfectly fine for us humans to eat, it is highly toxic and often deadly to dogs. It causes a massive, rapid drop in their blood sugar. So please, always read your labels.
And that brings us to the ultimate golden veterinary standard, the 10% rule. You need to cement this universal rule into your brain for sure. No matter how healthy those blueberries are, no matter how perfectly you portioned out those banana slices for your breed's weight, or how soothing that frozen carrot is, all of these extra treats combined should never ever exceed 10% of your dog's total daily caloric intake. The other 90%, that must come straight from their complete and balanced dog food. That is the only way to ensure they are getting the exact vitamins and macronutrients they actually need to thrive.
So we've covered a lot of ground today. After exploring the science behind dog digestion, learning the crucial portion guides for things like bananas, and discovering some really fun frozen alternatives, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. What new, safe treat are you planning to give your pup today? Maybe you're going to go freeze a carrot right now, or carefully measure out a few slices of banana based exactly on their weight. Remember, knowledge is power, and knowing exactly how to treat your dog safely just makes that incredible bond between you even stronger. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and have an absolutely great time treating your best buddy.